starting.
This is just a casual Monday. Me and John.
I love John.
Hey, boys. We are live.
Okay.
We're live?
We're live. I just went live.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're good.
Well, welcome everybody. It's good to be back. Hope you guys are having a great morning. And today, one thing, big focus of the pod today, is the NBA playoffs.
Indeed.
And I don't really know where to start. We got the Nets getting swept.
But the
We gotta
Nets
start there.
absolutely suck.
We got Minnesota-Memphis looking like a good series.
Memphis.
We've got the Golden State Warriors looking like the 2015 Golden State Warriors.
Memphis is going to win that series.
Yeah. You want to see him win.
I do.
Yeah, it's all right.
See that poster?
Yeah,
See
Ja.
Ja's game winner?
Ja
and
went out.
poster?
Yeah,
Crazy.
no, that
Ja's
was
going
crazy.
crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And he had the game winner too.
Yeah.
Ja's insane.
He's-
There's no doubt about it. Man's great.
In my mind, he's the MVP because I do not watch that much of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like-
If you don't watch NBA,
It's always going to go to his center just because
Yeah.
they can have so many points, so many rebounds, and so many assists.
Mhm.
Especially Jokic, just doing crazy stuff with his passes and
Jokic is crazy.
It's
Okay,
crazy.
I don't know if it should all I don't
it's
know.
going to because the centers have the advantage.
The centers. I don't know if having an advantage is really fair though.
He said Jokic
I'm
had the
not
advantage
looking
the
at
last 2
I'm not
years.
looking at Jokic's rebounds per game
But
and
guess
going,
who
oh,
is?
that's
Guess who is?
what award voters.
Yes.
That's not true. That's
I
not
want
true.
to see somebody.
I mean, he's averaging basically a triple double, which
Exactly.
that makes it fair.
Yeah.
all
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Joel is averaging 30 points per game, and he's the first center since Shaq to do that. All right. So if we're gonna talk about this being a center's award now, we gotta kind of justify it.
You just did.
I know that's what I. So Atlanta's officially out. They got swept last night, or not swept
that
last
was
night, but
expected.
they.
I didn't know Miami was a 1 seed
Yeah.
Yeah.
until like last night.
Yeah. So I don't know. The East is looking like a race. Milwaukee, Boston, Miami. So you got Miami is gonna play most likely Philly, and I think Miami will probably come out on top. Milwaukee and Boston is gonna be my favorite series of the whole of the whole playoffs.
I think Boston. I think
I say Boston's got it.
And then
We
I
can make
think
predictions.
despite whoever wins this series, I think the Golden State Warriors are just different right now. They have their starting lineup of Steph, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson,
Dude, Jordan Poole's
Draymond,
that
and Andrew
guy.
Wiggins.
Crazy.
Jordan's that guy.
Yeah, he's averaging like 30 points in the playoffs. Of course he is.
Nice.
And even Steph is doing his thing too off the bench. On like
Yeah.
he that's crazy. And then Luka.
Yeah, Luka.
Luka misses
love
two.
him.
He misses like what 3 games,
Yeah.
and they go up 2-1. Jalen Brunson's gonna get his bag this offseason.
I think honestly, I think whoever wins this series, I think it'll be a great series. I think it could be go to a game 7, game 6, but I don't know how much Memphis can keep it up. Memphis, don't get me wrong, Memphis they're great without Ja, so they can play without superstars. But it's how well they can handle the 3-point barrage.
Yeah, they gotta handle Golden State, which is very hard.
And I think if they can handle Golden State, I think they'll make a run because.
But the thing
then
is-
they got to play who? Phoenix.
And without them,
The thing is,
Without
if
Booker?
Devin Booker is out
They're.
for the second round,
I think they'll win this game against the Pelicans.
does Luka beat the
Yes.
Suns
100%.
if Devin
Yes.
Booker's out?
CP's not that guy.
CP's not that guy.
CP is not that.
He's
guy.
not
What?
that. He's not that guy this season. He was last season.
Imagine Golden State and Dallas in the conference finals. And I think no matter what, we're looking at Miami Boston. Maybe the Bucks win.
Miami Bucks.
I'd
It's
say
gonna be Miami Bucks or
Boston.
Miami Boston.
Yeah.
But if it's Miami Bucks, the last 2 times Miami's played the Bucks, they've gotten swept.
You think Philly?
so.
We think Philly's choking?
No, I don't think Philly's making it out of the second round.
No. I think you guys don't think Philly chokes against the Raptors.
I think it's possible. I don't think it's
I do
likely.
too.
Look,
I think what they do is they have enough star power that no matter what happens in Game 6, they can adjust for Game 7. You know what I mean? They got James Harden. They got Tyrese Maxey, who's playing on an all-star level right now. Tobias Harris is a good shooter. It's just good scorer overall. I mean, you can't forget about Joel.
It's just all these teams are really, really good. There's no team that I'm looking like this team sucks.
No, one thing a lot of people have been talking about, and I completely agree, is this is the first time in a long time that the NBA playoffs are like up in the air. Like I could see
can
Boston winning it. I could see Miami winning it. I could see Golden State winning it. I could see Phoenix winning it. I could see the Bucks winning it.
My Phoenix light has slowly diminished.
Just because of the Booker injury?
Just because of D-Book.
Mm-hmm.
What is he got, 3 weeks?
I think it said 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know how much time. So it'll be the first week will be this week. Let's say they get out. Let's say best case scenario, this goes to Game 7 and they win. Because then it gives him more time to come back.
No, best case scenario, every game goes to Game 7.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they need the first round to last as long as possible.
They would need this series to go to Game 7, which could possibly happen.
They could all possibly go to 7.
But no, they would need. They would need this game to go to a Game 7.
Yeah.
It's Golden State one. I don't think that's
Yeah, and I think that if they do, I think he has the possibility of maybe coming back for the conference semifinals. Maybe. If it goes to a Game 7, but if they make it to the conference finals, then that's a big if. If they do, then I think he'll come back for the conference finals, and I think they have a good chance.
But the thing is,
once he comes back,
and I understand Chris Paul's not that guy, and you can't have people like Michael Bridges or Mikal Bridges going off for like 30 points a game consistently. But he put up like 29 efficiently last night, 27 or 29 efficiently. They still have like spark plugs off their bench.
They do.
Cameron Payne, he had a really good postseason last year.
Just D-Book puts it together.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. DB and D-Book's definitely the best player on the team too. So
yeah.
Moving on to awards though. The only ones big ones we've heard so far: Rookie of the Year, Defense Player of the Year, and then Ja won Most Improved. A lot of people are frustrated about that.
I agree.
Why?
Because Ja, won Rookie of the Year 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's been in the top 10 point guard conversation. Mm-hmm. He just jumped his numbers up a whole bunch. When you have players like Jordan Poole, Tyrese Maxey,
Jordan Poole has been,
Darius Leonard or Darius Garland.
I'd make the argument that Jordan Poole wouldn't be able to win it, and the reason being is that he's really glowed and really shined in the playoffs. We've seen Ja the whole season. Jordan, don't get me wrong, with Jordan Poole,
Steph missed a lot of this season.
He did.
And Jordan Poole stepped in for his role.
Yeah, he did. But I think Maxey has the better argument to make.
I genuinely think the most improved player is Darius Garland. For one reason and one reason only. Last year, he was the second most inefficient starting point guard of all time. Wow. Of all time. Mm-hmm. And then he went from that to, was he an All-Star or no? Do you guys know he wasn't an All-Star? All-Star level, though. All-Star level.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just like, these awards are so, I don't want to say biased.
You're going to say biased.
Oh, yeah, like NBA politics and all that. I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, Ja, he's a MVP contender.
Yeah.
He should win Most Improved Player of the Year. No. Give it to, Darius Garland, who was the second worst and inefficient point guard of all time last year. And now he's what? An all-star caliber point guard?
Mm-hmm. He's a hooper now.
He's him. He's really him. But I think that, Ja was an MVP. He was in the top 5 conversation, top 3 conversation. I think he's in the top 5 conversation, but he's not 4, 3, 2, or 1. I think he's 5.
I can get behind that.
Just because he's been so good. But he just missed all that time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why. And Joel really hasn't, and neither has Jokic. So I just feel bad for Jokic. He is going to win MVP again and can't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, he doesn't have any of the help that he's had, though. I mean, Jamal Murray's been out for, more than a full year with his ACL injury. Michael Porter Jr. has been dealing with back problems for the past, 4 years. Yeah. I mean, Bones Highland, don't get me wrong, phenomenal pickup, phenomenal draft pick by them. But that's not going to do it for you. One spark play off your bench is not going to win you a championship. Mm-hmm. And, Jamal Murray would help that team out a lot. Michael Porter Jr. helped that team out a lot. But they don't have them, so they got to work with what they got, and what they got just isn't working right now.
That's true.
And the other thing is, granted, maybe I'm not used to it because I haven't seen it in 5 years, 4 years. This isn't just a talented Golden State team.
This is the Golden State team.
This is the Golden State, because Steph is one of the best off-ball point guard, best off-ball shooters of all time.
One of the best.
He's always getting open, always running around when he doesn't have the ball. They have a literal lineup of 5 that can do that.
Yeah.
That can space the floor, shoot threes, defend pretty well. They put Draymond at center. Then they have Wiggins. Wiggins at the 4. He's like 6'8", so he can play it.
Poole at the 3, Clay at the 2.
No, they have Clay at the 2, Poole at the 2, or Clay at the 3, Poole at the 2, Steph playing point.
That's so scary. That's literally small ball.
It literally is.
It's literally small ball. Basketball.
No, and they put up in the first 2 games they played together, put up like 47 points in like 12 minutes.
I saw that. It was like what? Steph's line was like 35. No, it was like 39. Clay's was like 32, and Jordan Poole's was like 29 in the first playoff game.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's a crazy team.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
No, this is a different Warriors team. They want it. They want it badly.
They do.
You think they're going all the way?
I think they have a shot.
I think it's hard to tell, but
it's early
it's possible. Too. Yeah.
Like someone could get hurt and they could flip on its head.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be like, is it game 6 for them or is it game 5?
It's game 5. They're up 3-1.
I was gonna say, because we might have game 6 Clay. Return.
Game 6
Clay.
Game 6 Clay.
What are the new awards? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Trophy. What is that?
I think it has something to do with like a participation trophy. Wait, okay, no, that sounds bad.
That sounds really bad.
What I mean by that is kind of like an Iron Man trophy. Mikal Bridges, he hasn't missed a single game this season or a single game in his career. So it's, I think in the age of, what's the word? In the age of, skipping games all the time because there's an 82-game season. Load management is what I'm looking for. This is like those players that just go above and beyond.
Just play
and they just love the game of ball, so they're playing every night. I think that's what this award's for.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that they're unveiling like new awards because it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the big awards are Defensive Player of the Year being won by Marcus Smart, and then
I don't. Okay.
Who do you think should have won it?
Marcus Smart, first guard in 25 years. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. Who do you think should have won it?
But no. I think he's a phenomenal defender. He's a phenomenal playmaker. He's a phenomenal player. All right. He is a great piece on a phenomenal Boston Celtics team. But when you have players like Jaren Jackson Jr. putting up 7 blocks in a playoff game, or Bam Adebayo being fast enough to guard the 1 and big enough to block 5s,
he won it
there are,
didn't he?
Huh?
Bam won it a couple years ago.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't won it yet, and that's why I
thought he was bubble. I thought he was the bubble winner.
And I think there's way too many really, really good and versatile defenders to give it to someone like Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, he can cover any guard. He can cover a majority of forwards. But you put Marcus Smart on Joel Embiid, Joel Embiid's gonna score. All right. Now you put Bam Adebayo on Trae Young. Trae Young might not be scoring.
No, that's true. I agree.
So I think if we're talking about versatile defenders, there's kind of there's a little bit of an edge to it. I don't know. Good for him. I think he's a great defender and probably one of the best, if not the best, defending guards in the NBA. I don't think he's the Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think he is at all.
All right, NFL time.
NFL time.
Draft
is tomorrow night. All right. Lots of stuff kind of coming out the week before, like it always does. Trayvon Walker, according to Vegas, is he's looking like the highest chance to go number 1 overall.
Did you see Cam Jurgens is actually being considered to go in the high second round?
Who?
Cam Jurgens, the Nebraska center.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
He was he got shouted out on during his combine day.
Yeah.
There's a Nebraska, I think a corner. maybe.
Cam Taylor-Britt probably.
Yeah, and he's supposed to go like top 4 rounds, like day 1, day 2.
Here, I'll look and see if there's like a mock. There should be like a mock draft.
Yeah, you can probably pull one up.
Did Brady pick a team yet that he's going to?
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
He's staying with the Bucs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got leaked that the Dolphins
Yeah,
made a trade offer for him, but I don't think
Yeah.
the Bucs are taking a 2nd round pick for the GOAT.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Bucky Brooks's top prospects for each position in the draft this year. Quarterback, who do we think?
Okay. I'm someone who I get really into football. I would me and my dad will watch film before the draft and stuff like that.
I agree with this.
I think highest ceiling, Malik Willis. Best quarterback, I'd probably say Matt Corral or Sam Howell. Corral. I'd say Corral. I'd say Corral.
Versatility, I'd say Corral. The most NFL ready.
I'd say Kenny Pickett.
I'd say Pickett.
Yeah.
That's what they said. He's NFL ready, and if you're who's gonna need a quarterback in the top 5 draft picks?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think he could be a good backup.
I don't think
he's
a quarterback goes top 5 though.
I don't think you don't think so.
I think it's too many.
If you're looking at
running back
the top 5 order,
Top running back is interesting.
yeah, Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker. I think it's got to be Kenneth Walker though.
I think
it's got to be the dude is a Heisman contender as a sophomore in college.
his top receiver is very interesting.
Okay, all in all, most talented receiver in the draft, most all-around receiver in the draft, Garrett Wilson. He's fast, he can jump high, he can run routes, he has the best hands.
Who's who did pick? Drake London.
I don't hate that. I don't love it, but I don't
USC.
hate it. Because the thing is, if you watch his film, he doesn't have separation at all. He doesn't get away from defenders, he just jumps over them. He has phenomenal hands, all right? He has a great catch radius. He's great at contested catches. His routes are kind of rounded. He has a very sharp routes. He's a great player. I don't think he's a complete wide receiver, though.
I agree. So here's where kind of the mock drafts would be, okay? Packers have 2 picks.
I think they have to go
Receiver route.
pass rusher. They lost to Darius Smith, and they have to go receiver, but they have to go receiver first.
Yeah.
So they said they got Olave to the Packers
I don't hate that.
or Dotson. Jahan Dotson from Penn State.
I like Chris Olave more.
And the Saints are going to pick Kenny Pickett. I think that's kind of a given. I think they will.
Really? Even though they brought back Jameis?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think just because
They need
I
someone.
feel like he fits the Drew Brees archetype.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Sean Payton. No, Sean Payton's done. I forgot.
Mm-hmm. Sean
Yeah.
Payton's out of there.
Who's
the new head coach?
Oh God, I don't know. No idea. I think that. I think they'll be fine. I think he fits that archetype that the Saints need.
Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, I think that's the archetype they need.
I think
he's not slow, but he's not a scrambler. And when you have Alvin Kamara out of the backfield, you need someone like Drew Brees to throw it to him that can move somewhat.
the only thing
and
about
throw.
quarterbacks in this draft is the thing that kind of gets me is the fact that obviously, and you hear this a lot, this isn't a very good quarterback class.
No, it's awful.
It happens. It's not, and then next year's gonna be crazy with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud and the Kentucky quarterback and the Tennessee quarterback. It's just not a very strong quarterback draft class, and because of that, I just don't see a lot of teams using their high pick rather than just going for talent. Because receiver wise, edge wise, and cornerback wise, this is one of the best draft classes in a long time. We look at corners, Sauce Gardner,
I'm just reading this.
Andrew Booth, Derek Stingley, this is a phenomenal cornerback draft, and then phenomenal receiver draft. But if we're looking at the top 5 picks, we've got Jags, Lions, Texans, Jets, and Giants.
I'm gonna tell you right now that
I'm telling you right now, Jags aren't taking a quarterback.
they're not.
No.
Jets and Giants aren't taking a quarterback.
The Jaguars will not take a quarterback.
And then
The
Lions and
won't.
Texans. The Lions and Texans
Texans won't.
might take a quarterback. They're not taking it in the top 5.
Lions.
Lions have 2 first-round picks. You can take one later.
I think Pickett's not even supposed to be in the first round.
Yeah.
Not even. You know, there's one quarterback that's going to go.
And that's Malik Willis, right?
Mm-mm.
Who do they have going in the first round?
This is the Saints have the 16th pick, and they are going to wait. No, they don't even take a quarterback. Yeah, Malik Willis is the first quarterback to go for the Steelers in 20.
For the Steelers. I heard the Steelers really like them.
It's a very heavy offensive tackle class.
Yeah, but it kind of falls off. Like, there's, like, Charles Cross, right? Then there's, like, Trevor Penning.
Yeah,
and it kind of falls off.
Ike Nkwonu. That's who the Jaguars are projected to take.
The
Lions are going to take Hutchinson. Kevin.
You think they're going to take Hutchinson?
I think there's no. If he's on the draft board at 4.
Lions have number 2.
Yeah. I think it'd be dangerous. There's no teams that would be nasty if they got Hutchinson in the top 10. Jags no, Lions no, Texans no, Jets no, Giants no, Panthers no, Giants no, Falcons no, Seahawks maybe, but they got Denver's pick. That's right. That would have been so good. I'm a Denver fan. So Denver was supposed to have the 9th overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and they traded it for Russ.
They would have had Thibodeau.
I don't think Thibodeau's dropping that far.
But
No, because there's a narrative. There's a narrative going around, and Kayvon Thibodeau, bad teammate. No personality, no work ethic. He's gonna drop in the draft. I don't think people realize. I don't think people realize 9 is dropping. All right.
It's not.
Yes, it is. I don't think
For
people
these teams
realize.
that are in front of them.
Literally months ago, it was like, is Aiden Hutchinson better than Thibodeau? Now
Yes.
Thibodeau is just significantly worse than. I don't think people realize how dominant this. Because if there is one thing, no, hold on, I'm not done. If there is one thing you cannot refute, that is tape. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And Kayvon Thibodeau has tape. Mm-hmm. He is insane, and I don't think he's dropping to 9 with how talented of a player he is. This I legitimately think is the Micah Parsons of this year. He's going to be drafted a little bit later than he initially was thought to be drafted, and he's going to be the best defensive player, not even in the class. He's going to be the best player in the class, and he's going to be a top 5 defensive player at the end of the year.
To be honest, I agree that you shouldn't fall this far, but the teams that are in front of the Seahawks are just so bad.
The Giants have 2 picks. The 2 picks.
They'll take Stingley and
in front of 9.
They're supposed to take Evan Neal, who's a tackle from Alabama, and Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU.
A mock draft doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
No, I know, but that would not be surprising if they took a corner. They need defense help, then they should take Thibodeau. But I think that if Thibodeau is
they have corners though.
Yeah, but why not? Stingley's probably the best in this draft class.
Oh, you did probably is.
But I think so. The Falcons are projected to take Garrett Wilson, and they need to because they don't have receivers, and that leaves Thibodeau at 9. Thibodeau's probably going to land at the 7, 8, 9 spot, just around in that range.
I still think he could go top 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. The Giants have 2 picks.
Yeah.
You
know where I'm excited to see, because it looks like he's dropping just because of his 40 time, is Kyle Hamilton. Literally, the best safety that we've seen in the draft in a long, long time.
I can't believe the Bengals have a pick in the first round. That's crazy.
The Bengals?
They have 31.
Yeah. Because they
got second.
Yeah, they got second.
That's true, but Rams don't have a pick. Patriots have 1 pick. The Chiefs have 2.
The Chiefs do it, because they made a trade for Tyreek.
Yeah, through Miami. Packers have 1. Cowboys have 2. Green Bay is 2. And then that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be interesting. I think the second round has a lot more to offer, just because that's kind of where the gray area people at. You got people like Matt Corral, who had a good season and then literally get hurt in the bowl game. I think he's versatile. He'll be a great quarterback, but I think it'll be interesting just to see, because it's so up in the air. There's no set top 5 picks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll know all tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on Friday.
Yes.
You guys have a great day.
Back on Friday with special guest.
Special guest Joe Sudbeck. Tune in. Tune in to watch the special draft only pod with Joe Sudbeck.
It's fine. It went through.
Did that work?
It went through.
All right. So we're not live no more?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Peace.
Oh.